We got. I think this is from Keisha, who we got a Cash App 5713. I think this is a little warmed up apple cider, man.
Oh yeah!
Shout out to the little nephew uncle.
Nephew uncle, yep.
He's gonna answer the phone. He's like, gentlemen and ladies.
I heard you saw Nosferatu. I was there when the first one aired in 1922.
I remember. I was there when Dracula was born.
Yeah.
Bram Stoker was a neighbor of mine.
Mother, can you please call that live call-in show that you so adore?
And I know it's a story about him too because he's reincarnated. We have a special place in our hearts for a baby.
We should call him Nunkle.
Nunkle.
That sounds like it. That sounds fucked up.
No.
That doesn't sound anything racial. It has no eyes in it, sir.
Real quick, I did want to pay special attention to Paulo.
Oh, yes.
Are they able to call in from other countries? Or?
I think there is a line for other countries. I just don't know what. I don't want them to accidentally have to pay like roaming or anything.
It's not a standard number though, right?
On the YouTube, I think there's a way just to like click the Zoom link. So like if you just have the Zoom app on your phone, you can just click that link.
Yes.
Yeah, because Paulo, we would love to hear some
from Zambia, correct?
Scary shit.
From Zambia, right?
Yep, I believe so.
Is it Zambia?
Zambia?
Never mind.
Y'all got me messed up. I always call it Zambia.
We don't have
Is that where the water?
I'm also
is that
white and not
where the
Mexican.
waterfall is, right?
I believe there is waterfalls.
They was trying to get us.
Well, before that, George,
No,
we do
we're
have
talking about
5713 if they're in the
Zimbabwe.
in the call.
Y'all let me know.
5713 star
Sorry.
6 to mute yourself.
Our TED Talk. We don't know.
Caller, you're in the room.
Hello.
Hello.
Miss Keisha.
Oops,
Hello?
I had it on mute. Hi, everyone. How are you?
Hey, Miss Keisha. How you doing?
I'm doing good, and I like that. Nephew uncle is hilarious.
Nuncle. Look, it's Nuncle.
He's like, it sounds jacked up. No, I promise
That's our
it
little
doesn't.
Nuncle.
Yeah. How is he doing? We haven't heard from you in a couple weeks.
Man, he's been doing good. I don't know with him about to approach the age of 10. He hasn't been sharing any dreams or anything random or anything.
Yeah.
Oh, it's making me sad because I have been waiting. Like, you got anything you want to share?
Right. Yeah, my daughter, she was like that. That girl ain't have no veil.
It come back though.
It will come back, but whenever they're old enough to understand it, and if you fine tune it. But
yeah, it come with conversations. You got to have we have conversations with our daughter, and
but I ain't gonna
now
hold
she
you.
elaborates.
Now she can elaborate and she tells me different stuff, but I ain't gonna hold you. By the time she turned 8 and 9, and it was kind of like dying down, I was like, "Thank you, Jesus." Shit, I felt like I was living with
2
the
years later,
poltergeist.
she's like, "Gotcha, I'm
no,
right back."
She just don't talk about it no more. She'll be like, I'll let you finish because I want you.
Begs me to be a babysitter now.
Yeah, listen, she wants to be a babysitter. She has the babysitting club. I told her it's already trademarked, and she can't just take somebody's name. But go ahead.
Yeah, we got to give her a fresh 4 minutes.
Yep. We'll give you fresh time.
Okay, so I'll try to be quick. Okay, so it seems like ever since COVID, I received like downloads or messages, to give to random people that I don't even know. And when I give it to them, they're like, oh, it resonates with them and everything. Mm-hmm. And when I got a reading from Trinity Oracle from Erica, she confirmed, okay, well, you come from a long line of, gifted, manifestable, long line of it. But growing up in the South, some are from a family of pastors and preachers. They say, you leave it alone. Don't tap into it. Just leave it alone. Mm-hmm. So I've never tapped into it, never tried to grow it. But ever since COVID, it's just been loud, screaming at me. I'm talking about screaming. I can walk by someone, receive a message, and it's like, okay, I don't know where they came from. Let me keep walking. And it will scream at me to the point where I will stop what I'm doing, turn around just to get that person a message.
Sorry, not to interrupt you, but if you watch the old bizarre stuff, the Meet Brian sister is the exact same way. We're like, but it's more so they speak through her instead of just a message. But what you're describing is like, I've definitely heard a lot of that. That's medium territory now.
Yes, it's that clairaudient and that mediumship. And I'm gonna let you finish because I got something to say.
Okay, so I finally, for the first time, received a message for myself. And when I say it freaked, okay, I'm getting chills even to this. Oh my God, y'all, it freaked me out. I hadn't shared it with anybody. And y'all might hear my husband say something in the background because he hasn't even heard this either. But the message is that all these lights that we seeing and all this alien talk and all this, I received a message, I hope I'm saying this correctly, that those are nothing but, I don't want to say our ancestors, but they're like our higher selves coming back to, I almost want to say.
This is not the first, second, or third time I've heard this.
Or probably
said
Are you
it.
serious?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Other mediums are like, they're not. It's almost like, well, there's a backwards portal that they found, right? And it's like, yes, it's absolutely a thing. And make a YouTube video on it probably tonight. There's a backwards portal, and they're like the aliens. It's like the Upside Down in Stranger Things. They're like
it's just another dimension.
Some of them can be like ancestry, but then some people are saying no, it's our highest self.
Yes.
If
I'm
we
getting
were
chills
able
as
to
you
like
talk.
unlock 100% of our brains, if that makes sense. It's crazy.
But see, the message I received is like, you know how Christians talk about, oh, the rapture, the rapture, the rapture. I'm like, what if this is the rapture, but not in the way that you thought? What if a lot of us have been birthing all these star seeds and, all these little gifted little beings? And it's like, okay, the older people, we've been down here long enough, because some of us know that this is a prison. This earth is this planet is a prison or whatnot. And it's like, I feel like maybe our higher self have come back to rapture the younger ones, the untainted ones, the pure ones, the little star seeds or whatnot. I don't know, y'all. I'm still trying to process this message because it was weird and it came out of nowhere.
Meditate and set your intentions on you're trying to figure out what this message means. And literally pray that they show you it clearer in like a dream or whatever, because I noticed there's a lot of spiritual, and maybe this is just because I'm in the space and my algorithm is spiritual in nature, but it seems like there is a lot of babies. Sorry, George, it's me yapping easy, but a lot of children within the last 15 years that are gifted in that way, reincarnated, have weird messages that they shouldn't have. Just very much so like gifted in that way that have been born.
But you also have to understand that it's been over 200 years since we read that.
Yeah, that spell
from that well.
From that well. So it's like they have a well in Africa. Whenever they took us, it's a slave port in Nigeria, and it was one of the biggest. And they had us drink from a well and read off this spell, and they're like, it's supposed to be broken in like 200 years. So now I see a lot of people of color having children that are mediums or like have these gifts.
It's no way that this shit. I mean, my bad, y'all. It's
You
no
can
way
say
that this
shit.
But it's no way that this is a trend.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
I know that there's a lot of trend stuff going on with the social media integration and all this stuff, but you have all of these people who are experiencing things and they're talking about things that they never talked about before. Back in the day, this stuff used to be sacrilegious. Like, oh, you talk about, oh, I floated above my body. Oh, girl, you the devil.
Or they tell you don't like your people say don't tap into that. So it's
I got a question for Miss Keisha though.
It's very spiritual. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I know she said that in the beginning of the call that she started having these downloads once COVID was a thing. Did you have them before COVID, or was it only after COVID?
When I had them during before COVID, I want to say it didn't scream out as strong, and I kind of like brushed it off, and it would mainly be through dreams.
Okay.
Mainly dreams. Like ever since I was little, I would have dreams that were, and it's crazy, I always knew that they were dreams. Like I could take control of my dreams, but I would receive messages in my dreams.
Okay.
And now it's like after COVID,
they're way more active.
She ain't got to be asleep.
Yeah.
She don't have to be asleep to receive it.
So, and you don't have to answer this question if you don't want to, but did you get the vaccination?
No, I didn't even allow my children to get vaccinated. Like, and my mama told me, your kid's gonna be the only one in kindergarten bald headed and toothless.
Bald-headed and toothless. Okay, I am bald headed, but I'm not toothless.
What?
And that's an interesting correlation.
My brain started thinking that, so I started jotting down notes on my phone. So it probably looked like I was typing.
So am I cooked then?
No, I mean, listen.
You vaccinated?
Yeah.
Shit, if you cooked, I'm cooked.
Oh, okay.
And I got a booster.
We going together. I got the booster too. We going together, bestie.
I was trying to be outside when they said, "Oh, you can't travel unless you get a shot." I said, "I'm getting a shot."
I said,
Bali is calling, baby.
No, this
I'm
was
out here.
back
We was
in
in Mexico.
2021 when they first.
We was in Mexico for 2
That's
weeks
why I'm
back to
over here
back.
acting crazy now, and I got twitches because I got the I don't know if this really worked. I was a test dummy. I was like, oh, I can't go to Cabo without a vaccination.
But I was trying to see if it was
Give me 14 of them.
I was trying to see if it was a correlation between, like COVID and it coming to the forefront. Like, why would it come to the forefront?
No, we went through COVID. That was like the age of Aquarius. It was a very spiritual time that people did not understand. We were all in the house. Self-reflection.
Bored in the house and in the house bored.
In the house bored. And it caused, I don't know.
Yep.
It was just a very
That's what I was going to say.
weird time, but a spiritual time as well.
Exactly. That's one thing I did do when COVID hit is I did a lot of meditating. And my what you call him, the what's the uncle nephew? What's his the
Nuncle.
He would meditate with me too. He would do yoga and he would meditate and he was
I was there when they invented it.
No, that's your power source right there.
Yeah.
Baby boy's your power source.
Yeah, and it just comes down like my kid. Don't worry if he now reincarnation. I don't know if I've never met a child that remembers talking about their past life, past 10 years old. I've never seen that, and I did a whole video on it. But I will say, whenever a child has spiritual gifts and you kind of like shut them off or like stop talking, they don't forget. Like for instance, my grandmother, she had a fainting spell at work. And it scared us because she never gets sick. She's healthier than me. Like she still works.
She's
2
pushing
jobs.
80 and she's like out here.
Like
in the casino.
Yes, that's the one that we go to
Gambling for 10
bingo with.
hours.
And I have to leave her ass because she won't come out.
She's like, I'm on a roll. You're like, you're down 300. What are you doing?
She's the
Our grandma
healthiest
be
person.
in these streets, bro.
Yep.
Like she's out here.
Selling like Cutco knives and stuff, going door to door.
She's healthy. Like she's healthy as hell. So it scared us. And she had told me, she said, it's so crazy. Last night I couldn't sleep and I fell asleep and I saw my mother and I saw your cousin. Now my cousin, she passed away very, very young. And my grandmother, my great grandmother, she passed away in 2017. They passed like 6 months from each other. And
keep in mind, Granny raised our cousin.
Yes.
So for them to be together in the afterlife would make total sense.
Right.
Yeah.
She raised her.
Yeah.
And she said they were moving her stuff out of her room, which scared the shit out of me. And I had to like ask her, was you awake or asleep? Because once you start seeing the dead when you up, that means you about to join them. And I don't want to. So she's telling me this story, right? So she's like, no, I was asleep, but I could clearly tell that my cousin was dead. Like she looked beautiful. She looked up to date. Her hair was done like with baby hair swoops, something that she wouldn't have had, back then when she passed in 2017, 2018. But she was like, her eyes were bloodshot red, like, and she bled out, in life.
Okay.
So whenever my daughter is listening, ear hustling from the other room, like legitimately not even supposed to be listening.
She's like, yo, I be seeing her all the time.
She was like, see.
First of all, mind your business. Second of all, tell me that.
Right. So she waits to hang up with my grandma and she's like, so she comes over all nonchalant. So grandma,
and now that I really know your daughter, I can see it.
She's like, the queen of ear hustling,
she's
bro.
So funny. And whenever she's right, she's just right. She's like, so grandma seen Mama Rose and Shalana? I was like, yeah. She said, well, that's what I was trying to tell y'all. Remember y'all left me with them for 3 weeks in the Philippines?
We went to the Philippines and left her there. And she's tripping in the middle of the night, like, yo, I see somebody downstairs.
Right. She's like, I just saw Shalana in the hallway, and they called me dead ass. It was 3:00 in the morning here, and in the middle of the afternoon in the Philippines, like, you need to tell her to stop scaring all of us. And I'm like, what you want me to tell her?
Right.
She was like, I told you.
Close your eyes and stop seeing ghosts.
Right. So, like, they remember that was, in 2022, and she really doesn't talk a lot about her experiences anymore. But they be remembering that shit, you know? So, I'm going to just tell you now.
Knuckle will pop out in like 2 years. He could be like, hey, Mom, remember I told you about them dinosaurs?
Them dinosaurs on Mars.
Yep.
Season 2's coming.
Season 2 is coming. No, for real, because I'm like on season 16 with my kid, and she's only 12, and I'm just like, Jesus, help me. So now we're in the season where I'm about to start teaching her how to conjure, and I'm just like,
no. Now we get to the point where we hold our breath whenever she starts talking. Like,
yeah.
Come on, Max.
I gotta sleep tonight.
She's gonna be like, so I may have conjured, and you're gonna be like,
yeah. Listen, I'm more afraid of her being like, so I opened a portal in your office.
There's a demon right next
but knowing
to you right
her,
now.
she would do it for the plot twist. So.
Yeah, she would. That's another reason why I haven't let her start conjuring yet. Like, she knows what herbs is. Like, we just rebottled all of our herbs.
She'd be like, I let a D word in. Why?
Just
Max
because.
will bring a D in the house just for the plot twist. Like,
Listen,
just to terrorize her
she'll
brothers.
put her brothers in a jar. I have to be very careful with what I teach her. We're gonna teach some love, like some.
Yeah,
some peace
Mom, can you
spells.
take me to some water? Why you need to go to water? Because I got my brothers in a bottle.
Yeah, we're gonna chuck it out into the middle of Lake Mead. So, but thank you for calling in.
Yes, thank you, and thank you for the Cash App. We really appreciate it.
Yes.
We missed hearing your voice.
Thank y'all so much.
Hey,
And Happy New Year, y'all.
Give her love a little knuckle.
Yep,
Yes,
Give him
send our
our
love
love.
to Knuckle.
tell him, hey, anything he remembers, send it over. CallsFromBeyond@gmail.com.
Yes, please.
I definitely will.
All right, Miss Keisha.
Bye, guys.
Have a good one.
You too.